You're only a what if away from great winter holidays. What if it's Aussie for travel? It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Good morning.
Oh, Guten Morgen.
Hello, welcome to the show.
How are you?
I'm,
You're keeping a lid on it this morning.
excuse
Is your
me.
voice a bit tender?
I might have celebrated very, very energetically on Saturday night.
Yeah.
With a lot of other people.
I mean, we've been friends for a very long time. We've done this show for a long time, and most weekends, if there's been a Dockers game, you would come in and you'd have no voice. And I was like, you're obviously just getting amongst it and whatever. But now I've seen a video of what actually happens, and that was only like maybe 15 seconds of the game. So now I know why you never have a voice.
Yeah, so I reckon I lose. Do you reckon I lose my voice once a year, I think, around about this time? Or you reckon I lose my voice about once a year?
Well, I like to think that if the Dockers are going well,
Yeah.
you lose it a lot more.
Yeah, no, you're right. So it was the Federal Hotel in Fremantle.
Mm-hmm.
I was there in my Dockers gear. We were all watching the game. The entire night came
I mean, you
together.
are in the motherland of the town,
Certainly.
of the team, really.
And there was, you're right, we have some of the audio from the video. This was about 30 seconds to go, and then the captain kicked the goal to put the Fremantle Dockers 6 points in front. So this is what happened here.
We're in the bed. The captain's taking the kick. But he's the defender. Come on.
Now,
I mean, you are a honking goose. Listen to it.
you hear that? Did you hear that girl screaming?
Yeah.
I don't know who she is.
No.
But she appeared out of the crowd, wrapped her arms around me.
If she came up and gave you a hug, you weren't, well, I would say you weren't ready for it, but also it's like you didn't notice.
No, and I threw my arms around her, and then when there's another one on my Instagram of the massive crowd when the final siren went, I think I pashed some bloke.
Yeah,
I think I gave him a good kiss.
It looked like the whole room was taking each other home that night.
Yeah, and then at the end of it, there was Colleen, beautiful Colleen, who's a staunch Fremantle supporter, but she's also a solid listener to our show.
And morning, Colleen.
She wakes up with us every morning from 6 a.m.
Oh,
and
nice.
Colleen, good morning to you, beautiful. It was lovely to meet you on Saturday night, and thank you so much for listening to our show the way that you do.
And a big shout out to all you who get into sport. Get amongst it.
Great surprises. I love it.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
NASCAR over in the US. Right, is
Yep.
the big looks like it's celebrated, like it's a massive racing thing that they do over there, and the bloke who actually won NASCAR over the weekend, his name's Connor Zilic. He's
He's a young man, isn't he? He's 19.
He's
Yeah.
19, right?
Incredible
so he's
win.
won NASCAR, and then as you're meant to do with NASCAR, you get out of the car and you stand on top of it and you're celebrating and you're having an absolute ball and the crowd's going nuts. And there's millions and millions and millions of people around the country watching this moment.
And you're there fist pumping and like, look at my win.
Look at what you've done at just 19 years of age. And then this happened.
7 career wins. Let's go down to Mobile One Victory Lane, Dylan.
He went down on the cage stand.
Oh, my gosh, he fell.
So he's gotten up. He's got one leg still inside the car. It looks like he's standing on top of the just the window or something like
He's
that.
climbed out of the window of the car and stood up on the door frame.
Yeah, and he's put one foot back down to get down. His foot has caught the edge of the door frame, and he's come down about 2 meters and slammed his face on the concrete, just splat.
I mean, his whole body, it is the weirdest footage.
Isn't it?
Because his body just collapses like a rag doll.
Yes.
It's like he's got no bones in his body. He just lands.
He broke his collarbone. They had to take him away in an ambulance. I want to hear this audio one more time now that you know exactly what's happened.
7 career wins. Let's go down to Mobile One Victory Lane, Dylan.
He went down on the cage stand.
Oh, my gosh, he fell.
I mean, it made me sad. It's a thing of like, how quickly you can hurt yourself, how quickly it can all go wrong. Like, that's
my
his
God.
big moment. And he didn't do anything super silly.
Yeah.
I mean, they all do it.
No, and you're right how quickly things can happen. Like I remember when I used to play indoor soccer, right? We won the championship, and then on the way out the door, I stubbed my toe on the door jamb, and I couldn't walk for at least 15, 20 minutes. It was absolutely horrific.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Hey, later on in the show, one of our absolute favourites, because she's so good at what she does. She's our parenting educator, Jen Muir, is going to join us coming up after 8 o'clock, and she's going to dive in on a wild conversation that we had with you listening to our show last week through a Dear Kymba.
Yeah, someone wrote in and said, Dear Kymba, my 12-year-old son is addicted to gaming, like playing video games. Do not know what to do. He's just, it's out of control. And we took your calls on it because it seemed like there were a lot of people that have been dealing with it.
Have a listen to this.
Alex, you went through this with your son. What happened?
Yeah, so not to that extreme because I shut it down pretty quick, but it's one of those things that it's imagine if your son had a crack pipe and they were addicted to it. It's exactly the same as gaming. So as a parent, if they lose their mind and if they have a meltdown, I literally just said to my son, okay, no problems. Here's a punching bag. Here's a pillow. Go punch it. You're angry. You don't like that there's a boundary that's been put in place. But as a parent, it's our job to go, there's something really wrong here. And this reaction to having something taken away is seriously unhealthy. So you got to go through probably extreme amount of discomfort to get them to that, but they do come out the other side. They do. They can have all the threats, they can do all of it, but it's all just part of someone, no matter how old they are, being addicted to something.
Hey, Rob, thanks for joining us this morning. You've got a couple of kids, they're 11 and 12. You found a good way to limit it, apparently.
Yeah, pretty similar to the first one. I reckon the key for us is hard exercise. The harder the exercise, the better. And just finding other things that they enjoy doing and then giving them that option. I know it's hard with everyday life and work and all that sort of thing, but every kid's an individual, so you just have to sound them out, find what makes them tick. But through all that, I think the most beneficial thing we have done is just sport.
Adina.
This is so relatable to me and to, when Jordan was younger, because he, like all other kids, got into gaming and it was a really huge outlet for him for so long, to the point where there was nothing else and we just couldn't get through to him, couldn't talk to him. He was completely non-responsive. And we would try to encourage exactly what the other parents were talking about. And in the end, we took the entire PlayStation away. We just had to take it away, physically disconnect it. And in the end, he actually wrote a song about it. So he released it. So his song that you can find, Broken Love, is actually a love song about his PlayStation.
Aww.
So there you go. There's just a few of the callers that we received with last week's Dear Kymba about kids addicted to video games.
Yeah, but while I think that a lot of parents had incredible advice, I think that the person who had written to us had far more serious concerns.
Yeah.
And so we've taken it further and we're going to speak to our child educator, Jen Muir, because she's just brilliant.
She has so many incredible things to say about this entire scenario that you're going to walk away with today going, all right, this is really helpful. Mm-hmm. All right, so after 8 o'clock, you'll get that chat. Stay with us.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, it's yay or nay.
Good morning, producer Rami.
Happy Monday, guys. Got a couple of yay and nays for you. First one, sharing one pizza.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Nay.
Oh, I love you, Kymba.
Nay. You just give everyone their own pizza and
Yes.
it just makes everyone happy.
Yes. You share a pizza, Pete, with how many people? Don't tell me your family.
Well, no, but we get a couple of pizzas. Don't get me wrong. Between me and Liz and the 3 kids.
That makes me feel sick.
No, what does it make you feel sick for?
One person should get their own pizza.
Mate, you want to talk about making feel sick?
Yeah.
When we all stayed in the MSWA house earlier this year and we ordered pizzas and you had one to yourself,
Yes.
I saw you. I saw the look on your face. You looked sick.
Happy. I was happy.
You
No,
looked
also,
so
I don't
sick.
think it's about quantity. For me, it's about I want total control over the toppings.
Good point.
Like I don't.
yeah.
So I'll hold it over to breakfast the next morning. I don't need to eat the whole pizza.
Yeah.
But I just don't want anyone else affecting what I want on my pizza. So
Right.
it's like give everyone their own, so everyone's happy, and then you eat it over however many meals you wish to.
So what's your pizza then? What's the
Vegetarian.
On the weekend, I mean lots of pineapple.
Lots
Which
of
is
fun.
already
Yeah,
the
that's
changer.
fine.
But,
Yeah.
you know, the veggie, like capsicum, bit of or pumpkin or bocconcini or...
You can have that
No,
one.
it should be a,
Who puts
it should be a
pumpkin
federal
on a
crime to share a pizza with a family. Can you imagine? No.
Right, okay.
Speaking of pizza, by the way, just thought I'd shout it out. Chuck E. Cheese. It's a US restaurant chain. They're coming to WA. First one's opening up later this year.
Yeah.
In Joondalup. So they do a whole sorts of pizzas. So
They have the big mascots that run around and everything. It looks like a lot of fun.
Pizza used to be in Canada when I lived there. Pizza, where you get one slice. You know, you can just go in and get a slice, and it was the best.
and they're massive, aren't they?
Loved it.
Yes.
Very good.
All right, second one, talking to strangers.
3, 2, 1.
Yay. I mean, who do you think we are?
Pete and Kymba
Like, this is
on the
like our-
radio. So I'm sure you guys do it all the time.
I mean, basically, they went, you're so good at talking to strangers, they gave us a job.
But I mean, are you guys open to talking to strangers when you're kind of on the weekend, just minding your own business?
Yeah.
Or like when you get in an Uber, for example, and you're talking to...
Oh, less so in an Uber.
Okay.
Less so in an
Okay,
Uber.
really?
Less
Because
so
I'm on
in
my
an
way
Uber.
to something, and it means that I'm recharging my energy for the thing I'm
Yeah.
about to arrive at.
Fair enough. There's moments, isn't there?
Yes.
Like the Saturday night when we were all at the Federal Hotel.
You were
and
being
watching
hugged by about
Fremantle.
40
We were. I hugged so many strangers that night, and we all were sharing that moment.
No such thing as
Yeah.
strangers danger for you then.
And then on the way back to the car, there was a couple of strangers down a really dark alleyway, and I didn't talk to those strangers. I kept walking.
Strangers are just friends you haven't met yet.
Yeah, I love that. Well, look, for those like me who do not like to talk too much to strangers, Kit Kat have released a bunch of jumpers that are designed to blend in to public transport seats. So you pop them on, and the patterns on them are meant to blend into the seats.
I want to test one of
Just
those.
so you can avoid talking to people on public transport,
Right.
which I
So
love.
funny.
And final one this morning, learning new things as an adult.
3, 2, 1.
Yay.
Always up to learning new things?
Always.
Guys, I learned something on the weekend.
What?
I
On the
thought I
weekend?
had to share it.
Let's have it.
I'm
What'd you
hoping
learn?
you guys don't know this already, but you might do. What is the loose bit of skin on your elbow called?
A scrotum.
No? Close. Close.
It's so
Close.
similar.
So it's a slang term.
A slang term?
It's slang term. It's not like a
I know.
a medical
I've
word.
forgotten.
The loose skinny bit of your elbow, it's called a weenus.
A ween?
And I love that so much.
No, you went far off by
I'd
the
like to
sounds of
change
things.
my answer, though.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. Best call wins. The best, the best, the best.
Best
right.
call wins.
Best
we want to
call
take
wins.
your best calls, 13 10 60. What happened on the cruise?
Yeah, Benny, we're getting stuck into this one, mate. It's going to be an absolute beauty, this. But I've got to be honest with you. The real reason I'm excited to do this is because we finally get to bring back one of the all-time great pieces of audio on this show.
Because I've sort of talked about cruises on this show more than once, right? Because there's been these documentaries going around that have been very popular. There was, of course, the very sad story of Where is Amy Bradley, who was the woman who went missing on the cruise and is still not found, which was an amazing, quite a harrowing documentary.
Yep.
And then I also talked about Poop Cruise, which was the cruise where they were a few days into the cruise and all of the electrics on the boat stopped. So they had absolutely no electrics at all. And that meant that none of the toilets were working. And so people were basically on the ship for 4 days, moving about in their own feces.
Yep. And then there was the chef. The chef with one of the greatest calls of all time, Benny. Have a listen to this. Let's go.
I really had to go. Number 2. And I found this public restroom and I go inside. And it was the most nastiest thing I have ever seen in my life. People were covering the poop with the toilet paper and then again pooping on top of it. So it was a layer after layer after layer. It was like a lasagna.
We thought we were never going to eat lasagna again. But, well, that chef hasn't. You know, he has never eaten lasagna again.
Yeah, I have. I had lasagna last week.
But then we see this story over the weekend of Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. It is the largest water park at sea, right? Because it's a huge cruise. They have 10,000 guests at a time. And it has this massive water slide on it that's just, you know, stories and stories high.
Yeah.
It's one of those big round acrylic slides. You know, the ones where you're like in the tube?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I dare not ever go in those. I just can't. I
Really?
can't get in them. No, because they make me feel claustrophobic.
Well, This one provided a nice little gap if you were claustrophobic, but it was really scary because acrylic broke off the water slide and there was water gushing out of the gaps and guests were screaming, but one of the guests that was already in the slide passed through it and was very badly injured.
Oh, goodness me.
Because they were cut on the slide as they went through.
Right, we've got audio of what happened. Have a listen to this.
A nightmare scene on board a dream ship.
No more slide.
A man injured after the acrylic glass broke off the frightening Bolt water slide on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas, sending torrents of water pouring on the deck below. Passengers heard screaming. The hole in the bottom of the slide visible once the water was turned off.
I mean, this is bringing one of my worst nightmares of being in a water slide to life, this story.
Oh, and it's above everybody too. So the thing is, it was like above, like, you know, flight 15, 16 and 17 on the deck of the cruise. So everybody watched it.
Imagine if that wasn't just a crack. And like this guy got injured, lacerations to the side and everything. Imagine if that turned into a gaping hole and they fell out.
Oh, stop.
Like, honestly.
Look, we want to know, 13 10 60, best call wins. What happened on the cruise?
All right, let's get to Natalie. Now, you were on a cruise ship as a child, but never again. What happened?
Hi, good morning. So it actually didn't happen when I was on the ship, but after me and my family had gotten off it, there was a fire on the ship and the whole thing sank.
What?
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, so
like after, as in, if you'd gotten off because you had gone to a port somewhere, or
like our holiday had finished, so we got back off at Singapore, and then I think it was about 2 weeks later, I think, but I can't confirm that. But the ship did sink.
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
Oh wow!
I mean, I thought you just meant like you got off at the port, you've gone to go and buy some souvenirs, you've gone back to the boat, and it's just all your stuff's gone.
Hey, Gillian, what happened on the cruise?
The ship sank.
Oh, geez,
wow,
you too.
These are so dramatic.
Okay.
No, it might have been the same ship, actually. I'm wondering if it's the same one.
So you weren't on it then, Gillian?
Oh, yeah, we were on it. We got offloaded. We got offloaded about... I'm going to say about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. What had happened was the engine room had caught on fire. They threw one of those bombs in and shut the fire doors, but the fire door didn't seal. So, they couldn't control the fire. But the stupid thing is that they got all the passengers up on the deck, brought out barbecues, all free alcohol, all the rest of it. So by the time that 3 o'clock come and they said, well, we're going to have to abandon ship, everybody was drunk.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
And so we got on this lifeboat, and, of course, I'm thinking of the Titanic, the boat goes down and it sucks you down in the lifeboat. And our engine didn't work on the lifeboat.
So you were just floating.
So we were just trying to get away from the side of this boat, so in case it did go down, which it did, but anyway. And we bobbed around in the ocean on a lifeboat until I think it was about midnight we got picked up.
Oh, my God,
Gillian, before they got everybody drunk, did you know what was happening below? Did they say anything, or did they just go, hey, it's time to turn up the party?
No. Well, I was actually working as a travel agent at the time, and they'd taken us up to the bridge the day before, and they showed us the map of the ship, and there was all these Post-it notes on this, and that's where the fire doors weren't locking. And they covered them over with Post-it notes so we didn't see the alarms going off.
Oh, my God.
But when we did, when they said yes, they did tell us that the engine room had caught on fire and that they were going to deal with it by throwing this bomb in and shutting the doors and all the rest of it, yeah.
Hey, Gillian, we've just heard from Netflix. They want to speak to you. All right.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. Fridays Live with Mariah Carey, Pitbull, Wiz Khalifa, Eve, Little John and more returning to Perth's Langley Park Friday, October 24. Don't miss these icons and anthems. Tickets are selling fast, so why wait? Get yours today through Afterpay. All the info at FRIDAYZ.live. Powered by Maccas.
You can win big in 10 seconds flat. On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, it's 5 and 10. Fridays Live edition.
For the next 2 weeks. This is something massive. If you're chasing Friday's live tickets with Mariah Carey, Pitbull, Wiz Khalifa, Eve, Little John returning to Perth's Langley Park Friday, October 24. Don't miss the icons, the anthems, and don't wait. There are only a few tickets left. You can get yours today through Afterpay. All the info at FRIDAYZ.live, powered by Maccas.
Yeah, FRIDAYZ Live. I mean, it's coming up fast. I remember when we first announced that it was Mariah Carey and we just couldn't believe that it was happening. But it is really quick and it's going to be there in no time and we want you there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can pick yourself up a couple of tickets here for being the one that wins 5 in 10. But you also go into the draw to get this incredible VIP Money Can't Buy experience.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, we'll do a draw where we upgrade you to 2 diamond tickets, which means you'd be right up the front, a backstage tour, and then you get to hang out on the side of the stage to actually watch a couple of the songs. So it's going to be pretty amazing.
Yep.
And then we're also going to throw in a meet and greet with someone.
Yeah. Ben Cousins, are you ready?
Bring it on. Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Really.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Welcome to 5 in 10, mate.
Oh, thank you guys so much.
Rachel, who do you want to see at FRIDAYZ Live?
Oh, Mariah Carey.
Yeah, right?
goodness.
She's going to be brilliant.
Yeah. All right. And then we'll put you into the draw. So fingers crossed you get the VIP upgrade as well. But you need to knock over 5 in 10 here. 5 correct answers off the back of the topic that Kymba's about to tell you in 10 seconds. And we'll give you a pair of tickets to go in the first place. All right, you ready to go?
Sweet.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Rachel, your time's going to start after I tell you the topic. So just instantly spit your answers out. I need you to name 5 things from the 90s.
Oh, my goodness. Roller skates. Scrunchies, rah-rah scat. Oh, my goodness, 90s. Far out. This is hard. Blur.
Sorry, Rachel. The 10 seconds is up.
Jasmine, are you ready to go?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I'm ready.
I love anyone's panicking. I mean, you could have said food, water. I mean, there were plenty of things still from the 90s,
Heaps,
right?
Yeah, but we don't think that way, do we?
No,
I don't
it's
know
not.
why. We're so
Will we
silly
have
that way.
paid? Will we have paid scrunchies?
Absolutely
Yeah,
would have paid
I mean,
scrunchies.
You know,
Yep.
there's plenty of things.
All of that stuff in amongst it. All right,
Okay.
Jasmine, Kim's got your next topic. Go for it.
Okay, Jasmine, I need you to name 5 types of exercise.
Yoga, Pilates, HIIT training, boxing, and running.
Oh, mate, with 5 seconds left on the clock, give it a ticket.
Jasmine, that was the easiest run ever. You got 2 tickets now, double pass to go to FRIDAYZ
Oh, my
Live.
God.
Smashed it.
Oh, my gosh, I'm so excited.
Who were you
I'm a
keen to
singing
see?
teacher, so, Mariah Carey, absolutely. I literally teach singing for a living, so I'm obsessed.
You want to hear if she hits those notes? I want to see it live and see if it actually happens.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah, well, Jasmine, we could be upgrading you in a couple of weeks too, so stick around. You're in the draw for that.
Keep your fingers crossed. So we're going to do this for the next 2 weeks. Your next chance tomorrow at 7:30.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
A life well lived is full of a bunch of crazy nonsense. So now on Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, it's story time with Ben Cousins.
Okay, so today's story time. Ben, tell us a story about the strangest injury you've ever had.
Oh, strangest. Okay, I had a concussion. This happened not long after I arrived at Richmond. It was one of the first games that I played. It was a pre-season game, and I started the game, came off halfway through the first quarter. Don't remember getting hit or knocked at all. Sat on the bench and had no memory whatsoever of the previous 2 or 3 years.
What?
And I was like a goldfish, so I would just every 30 seconds to a minute would have no memory of the conversation that I just had. And I kept going, why am I playing for Richmond? What's happened?
You didn't
know?
even know
And
why
they
you
go,
were playing for Richmond.
No, none at all. They go, we picked you up over the summer. Why aren't I playing for West Coast? No memory. This just kept happening. Like, it was bizarre. Even after the game, we went over the tape to see if I'd copped a knock in the vision. There was nothing in the vision that even we thought, gee, that could have happened then. So It was bizarre. Even after the game, I was still just going around in circles. People were trying to fill me in about the blanks, and they said, you've been sacked from West Coast, you went to rehab. I go, what? No memory of it. Even someone said, Chris Mainwaring had passed. that was like being told for the first time. So emotional, in tears, crying.
You were hearing
no memory
the news
of that. No
of Chris
memory
Mainwaring's death for the first time.
No memory of it. Yeah, it was bizarre.
How long did that go on for?
Well, I remember being at home after the game, an hour or two after, and still going round in circles.
So, okay, because those are, at that time, 3 of the biggest things that had happened in your life. And, like, bigger than most things experience in a lifetime. Most people experience those. So getting sacked from West Coast, the rehab, Chris Mainwaring passing away. What are you telling yourself? Do you remember what you were telling yourself in those moments when you're coming to terms with those things?
I just remember being, well, for the first 2, dumbfounded and just having to go through it, every minute or 2 was bizarre. The thing about Chris didn't happen until after the game when I was having a conversation with a friend, and I got very emotional because that was like being told for the first, well, I effectively was being told for the first time. And then I think my friend that I was talking to, I think had realised, geez, we shouldn't have touched on this. In the state that I was in.
Yeah. So what did they do? Did they take you to hospital? Like
I didn't go. I don't think I went to hospital, but I ended up back home. If I did go to hospital, I didn't stay long. But I had people around me. I'm sure. I think to begin with, shouldn't have gone to sleep. Yeah.
Right.
And then.
Why shouldn't have gone to sleep?
I think with a concussion,
you shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You need to sort of be under observation, and then. It wasn't until the next morning or next day that I felt normal, if you like.
So hang on. So you just woke up in the morning after you shouldn't have been asleep, woke up in the morning and everything was normal again. Your memory was back.
That's my memory of it, yeah.
Did you remember, when you woke up in the morning, did you remember the day before? Did you remember this period where you lost your memory?
I remember it, yeah. I can remember sitting on the bench and going, what am I doing playing for Richmond? And and sort of even having time to sort of think it in my head before I'd actually say it. And I'd look at someone and I'd look at the jumpers and I'd go, what's going on?
Because it would feel like you'd been in a coma and you'd just woken up.
Isn't the brain it's a strange thing,
a weird, strange thing.
But the fact you woke up the next day and it was all back to normal and you just carried on then.
I'm sure I was a bit foggy or a bit, and
you played that weekend probably?
Well, I cannot even remember getting a knock. That was the other thing. It happened, it was halfway through the first quarter that I was on the bench, so I'd come off for a rest, and then it was before long they looked at me and go, you ain't coming back on. You're done.
So have doctors since done a really good thorough review on it? Did you get tests done, all that sort of stuff? Because, one of the biggest messages in the game is the whole CTE thing and head knocks and...
Yeah, well, it's big. It's very topical at the moment. For all us guys that played a lot of footy, copped a lot of knocks, but, I haven't had any extensive testing.
And has it ever happened since?
No, never.
And it was the only time?
Only time.
Wow.
I have had some, I did cop some good knocks even after that, where I got knocked out, but that didn't happen, no.
Gee, and you've never heard of it happening to anyone else, even in the game? You haven't heard these sorts of rumours or things where you've thought, maybe it was that? Like, you just can't even put your finger on it.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's frightening.
Yeah, so frightening. So frightening. Wow. Mate, as far as tell us about a strange injury you've had. Jeez.
I
have had a few people look at me and go, you have hit your head, mate.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
We're sifting through the media haze to tell you what's trending.
Good morning.
Hello.
What is trending, Producer Brooke?
Producer Brooke.
Look, this has blown way up. This is huge. And I know, Pete, you are well on board. Kymba, you are also on board. It's the K-pop Demon Hunters. Ben Cousins, where are you at with this?
Well, I have received a phone call over the weekend from my daughter. So she's starting to, this is gaining momentum in our family. She's wanting tickets herself. I said, well, you're going to have to call up. I can't help you. You're going to have to call up like everyone else.
I mean, she's not silly, is she? She's like, my dad's Ben Cousins. Surely I can ride some coattails here somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, the soundtrack of the movie is the highest charting soundtrack of the year. And
What?
Netflix is not mucking around. They have plans. They are jumping on this train. They obviously didn't know. It took 9 years to make this movie.
Wow.
And they didn't expect this was going to happen, but they're getting ready. They have plans for 2 more movies. It's going to be a trilogy.
So
Yep.
good.
I'm sad though, Janu. I like my
No,
face.
don't you
Oh,
dare.
sorry.
There are people out there who have not seen it yet, and you cannot ruin it for them.
I love it.
All
Don't
right,
you dare.
they're also not ruling off it turning into a TV series spin-off, and there's talks of a live-action remake as well as a stage adaptation.
A stage adaptation, so a musical, a piece of theatre.
Yes, but the only issue with the live remake would be there's actually actors that play the characters, but then there's different actors who play the singers. So each
Oh my God, I
character.
just heard hearts break everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. That shocked me the first time that I heard it.
I don't know if everyone's ready for that news.
Yeah, so if you'd have to find someone who can sing that well as act, and I don't know if...
Really? You don't think that there's triple threats out there? You've never seen K-pop or any musical ever?
That singing is next level. Like, to get to those notes, you have to be a certain specimen.
Here comes Mariah Carey.
Oh, golly.
This is her big feature stage production. Out she comes.
But look, I'll give you a little bit of fun facts about this so far. So currently they have 7 songs from that soundtrack are in the Billboard 100. 7. They have surpassed the Blackpink as the highest charting K-pop female group. But Saja Boys have also surpassed BTS.
So this is the thing. I think if you're in this world, and there are a lot of people out there who are in this world. So for example, yesterday we were at a tavern, and one of the singers that was at the tavern, who listens to our show, by the way, came out and said, just wanted to say a quick hello, but also said, oh, my kids turn you guys on every single morning going, there's a chance they're going to play a Huntrix song. Like, it is so massive out there.
What I'm learning is that children run the world.
Absolutely. Yep.
They
and in
determine
this case,
everything.
That is true. They have the power.
Kids, do not relent. You keep your grip on that radio station dial. You understand that? Because we have your exclusive tickets to our K-pop Demon Hunters disco coming up in just a few minutes.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
All you demon hunters, get ready to party. It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, K-pop Demon Hunters Disco.
Bring on Thursday, mate. Honestly, this is going to be the biggest thing that has hit this town in years.
It's going to be brilliant, but don't bring on Thursday until my costume arrives.
Oh, have you gotten an update on that yet?
It's down to the wire. It says it's delivery between the 12th and the 15th, so it's either going to be a day late after the party or hopefully in the next couple of days.
Well, I've got a backup. I do have a backup for you.
Oh,
Okay?
I hope
Just
so,
in
because we're all
case.
going to dress up.
Now, here's the deal, right? Every morning between 8 and 8:30, we tell you, get ready to get on the phone. As soon as we yell out 13 10 60, we've got your exclusive K-pop Demon Hunters disco invitations. You get on the phone, we start taking them, and we give you a ticket that's you and 3 other people as well, right? Now, at least one adult has to be with you. So, kids, if you're going to call, make sure that's the case. But let's start taking calls. Let's start bringing people along.
I mean, where do we even start? I think that we probably need to give some tickets to you, Hayden. What do you think? They scream so much the phone cuts out. It's like the phone hears the noise and panics.
Sophia, hello.
Hi.
Sophia, would you like to come to our Demon Hunters disco?
Yes, please.
Oh, we cannot wait to see you there. You get to bring friends along, so we'll see you soon.
All right. We've got Arlo. Hi, Arlo.
Hi.
Arlo, you're going to be at our K-pop Demon Hunters disco. We're going to give you tickets.
Yay.
I love this. This
So cute.
It chirps me up ready for the day listening to these kids on the show.
Also, what I love is that we have some really young kids, but we have plenty of teens as well. Like some of the, we've got teens that are like 17, 18 going, I can't wait to be there.
Jody, have we got you?
Yes.
Hi, Jody.
Jody, who wants to come to the K-pop Demon Hunters disco?
I'm going to cry. Me and my 2 kids, they're in the back. They can hear.
Are you crying because you get to come to our disco?
Jody, Jody, why? I got to ask, why does this mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've watched the movie that many times. It moves me every single time. But why does this mean so much to you?
Oh, it's such a good movie. It's such a good storyline. My kids love it. I've watched it over 100 times. It's just such a good. I just love it. I just love all of it. Everything about it is just positive, and I just love it.
We love everything about you, Jody. We can't wait to meet you on Thursday night. Get some costumes together.
I know. Dress up as a cat or something. I'm not sure.
You know what? Dress up as anything you like. If Pete's costume is anything to go by, we just threw him. We threw Christmas decorations, different coloured shirts, stockings, different pants, capes. We just threw everything on him and went, this is his outfit.
Yeah, just raid the Christmas boxes. You'll be fine, mate. We'll see you then.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Dear Kymba.
This Dear Kymba is a bit of a throwback to last week. So on Friday, we got a Dear Kymba from Carla, who was saying her 12-year-old son will not stop gaming and she can't get him off the video games. And when she does, she gets tantrums and actually far worse.
Oh, far worse. The thing that you'd never hope to hear your kids say.
Yeah, some really terrible stuff. And so we really wanted to get some advice. And these are the kind of calls that you gave us for parents that have already gone through this. And so we thought it's really solid advice, but we also need to consult an expert and see what they think.
Absolutely. So let's take a listen to your advice first, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Alex, you went through this with your son. What happened?
Yeah, so not to that extreme because I shut it down pretty quick, but it's one of those things that it's imagine if your son had a crack pipe and they were addicted to it. It's exactly the same as gaming. So as a parent, if they lose their mind and if they have a meltdown, I literally just said to my son, okay, no problems. Here's a punching bag. Here's a pillow. Go punch it. You're angry. You don't like that there's a boundary that's been put in place. But as a parent, it's our job to go, there's something really wrong here. And this reaction to having something taken away is seriously unhealthy. So you got to go through probably extreme amount of discomfort to get them to that, but they do come out the other side. They do. They can have all the threats, they can do all of it, but it's all just part of someone, no matter how old they are, being addicted to something.
Hey, Rob, thanks for joining us this morning. You've got a couple of kids, they're 11 and 12. You found a good way to limit it, apparently.
Yeah, pretty similar to the first one. I reckon the key for us is hard exercise. The harder the exercise, the better. And just finding other things that they enjoy doing and then giving them that option. I know it's hard with everyday life and work and all that sort of thing, but every kid's an individual, so you just have to sound them out, find what makes them tick. But through all that, I think the most beneficial thing we have done is just sport.
Adina.
This is so relatable to me and to, when Jordan was younger, because he, like all other kids, got into gaming and it was a really huge outlet for him for so long, to the point where there was nothing else and we just couldn't get through to him, couldn't talk to him. He was completely non-responsive. And we would try to encourage exactly what the other parents were talking about. And in the end, we took the entire PlayStation away. We just had to take it away, physically disconnect it. And in the end, he actually wrote a song about it. So he released it. So his song that you can find, Broken Love, is actually a love song about his PlayStation.
So there you go. So wonderful advice from the great people who listen to our show every morning. We appreciate it. Now, we've got a parenting educator by the name of Jen Muir who joins us. And honestly, as a parent, listening to the way that she talks about the things that we're going through as parents, I love having her on this show because I always take away really, really good, solid advice that I can use at home.
She has a very sensible approach. She's got, I think, 4 boys of her own.
Yes, she does.
It's a very sensible approach that she takes, where it's a lovely balance between, I would say, what we would call old school parenting and new school parenting.
Absolutely.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
Took some amazing calls from you, the people that listen to this show, and we thank you so much for jumping in on a Dear Kymba last week about kids and video game addiction.
Yeah, trying to get the kids off the games and how much that's affecting their lives, and especially when you're just trying to do normal parenting, like going, sorry, you can't have that anymore.
Yeah.
how their mood and their attitude is shifting so negatively.
Oh, it becomes explosive.
Yeah,
it
so
really does.
We really needed to get someone who knows exactly what is going on with our kids. Parenting educator Jen Muir, who just gives us so much great information.
This is what she had to say.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so first of all, we have to kind of remember that the brain is still forming for 25 to 28 years. So although it looks so unreasonable, he's only got a 12-year-old brain. And we know that while screens are giving him a lot of joy, they're super addictive, and the dopamine high when he comes off that is extremely hard for that child. So we sort of know that that's the problem, not that we have a kid that is a problem. So this is a good kid. And what we need to do is find a way that rather than it being us and standing over our kid with almost this problem of the gaming behaviour sitting between us, and then it's like that's between our relationship, we almost want to metaphorically walk around, put our arm around our kid and go, okay, so you're a good kid and I'm on your team. How can we tackle this problem of like how we go with gaming together? And I've got a couple of solutions that I think can make a difference, or a couple of ideas. We always want to start with connection, because once a kid's 12, like the threats or the bribes, none of that's going to work. We have to have kind of a connection between us in order for anything to work. And now kids need boundaries too, but we want to kind of start with understanding the game, playing the game. Tell me more about what you love about this. Tell me more about how you feel when you're playing it. Connect off the screen. So find ways to create moments of connection off the screen so that it's worthwhile kind of coming off those games. We want to kind of have family movie nights, or, you know, play a board game, kind of do little things that kind of connect in with our kids and make them feel good off the screens. Our job is to set those limits around screens that keep our kids safe and make those really clear and explicit. I like a contract on the fridge that says this is how many hours you get, and when the timer goes off, I'm going to help you turn it off. But we're not expecting our kids to love it. And at 12, this kid is not addicted because he's still going to school and he's still doing his sport. So we've got to keep that perspective. He just doesn't like coming off. And we can maybe not take that as personally. So what can we put in place? And we might be thinking at limiting access to a particular game that dysregulates kids. There are some games where there are in-game gaming kind of sort of like gambling-like features that are literally spinning kids' heads out of control. So what's happening is a physical thing.
And one thing that I'd add to this, having been through it, and I've got a kid who, she loves her Minecraft, and it's so good. And one of the things that we discussed when we were talking about Carla's letter to dear Kymba was that it's hard because she's so good at it that it could be a career for her one day. You know what I mean? So I struggle with that kind of thing. I don't want to take it off her, drop it completely, because I'm like, what if this is an opportunity for you when you are exhibiting this incredible thing? But I say with all of this, one other thing that I've learned is, God, you can't crush yourself as a parent because because this didn't work the one time you tried it.
I was going to say, one of the big takeouts that I've got from you, Jen, is that having the conversations with the kids is so important, but just having it at a different time. Like
always,
trying to communicate with anybody, even adults, when you're in the height of an argument or everyone's cortisol levels are through the roof and everybody is fuming, you're never going to have that connection. You're never going to get there. But being able to have that conversation the following day and reflect on it and go, hey, about yesterday seems like you're already strides ahead than where you were in the moment.
And in the moment, you know, it's this balance of firm and kind, we call it, but it's this balance of really understanding, like, gosh, this is so hard from you, reflecting that back and really kind of going, gosh, I can get it, and trying to understand what is it about gaming that feels so good. Like for some kids, it's the one place they feel a sense of mastery. And so it is this one place where some kids who struggle socially, it's the one place, or it's just that they're not good at sport, it's the one place they're a bit of a hero. If our attitude is like, gaming is bad, my kid comes off it, he's difficult, blah, 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 and that's like a really kind of significant part of where that kid feels good, we're almost not liking a really core part of our kid, and they kind of sense that. So it's super complicated, but kids absolutely do need limits. And as hard as it is, I think as parents we have to keep holding that line and taking the devices off them and putting them in the locked box and going, yeah, I get that this is hard. And my job is to keep you safe and set these limits.
Yeah.
And we can do that in a way that's kind but firm.
And you know what? Like when you've got an educator like Jen Muir jumping on to talk to you about those things, like it sounds so easy. I
know, but isn't that what you need? I mean, parents
need a
do feel like
reminder.
you need someone on your side, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also like the reminder that it won't happen overnight. Like, you've got to chip away at it.
Jen Muir, she's from Parenting Connection WA, and she's actually doing tours around WA. There's multiple locations that she's going to. So you can visit parentingconnectionwa.com.au and search Jen Muir and find out more.
We're going to that one. When she comes over here.
Yeah, you've
my
already got
wife
tickets.
and I, we've already got our tickets. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love her. I think she's great. By the way, full podcast, we're going to throw it on our podcast, Pete and Kymba. Just search for it on Listener because there was a fair bit of chat we had with her that we couldn't play for you.
Yeah, we had some things in that chat that were a bit too serious to go to air and not for young ears. But certainly if you've got a child that is really in the thick of this, that podcast is really going to help.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
You ready for this?
Am I ready for this?
Yeah, something very exciting about to happen.
What's going on?
So there's this radio station in New Zealand, right?
Okay.
And they play this fun game on their radio station, and it's so much fun that I thought, wouldn't it be fun if we did it on ours?
Okay, well, that sounds like fun.
And so this is what the game is.
All right.
On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, we're going to fill it. What? Okay, we're going to fill in the... What's going on? We're going to fill in the gap.
Fill in the gap.
Fill in the gap.
Are we? What are we doing? Plastering or something like that?
No.
Are you going to bring a wall in, and I'm just going to start mixing mud, and then go see this gap between the two bricks, mate? You just got to punch a heap of mud in there.
No, more fun than that. It's a fun game. So basically, what we're going to do at any stage, it'll be you or me playing.
Okay.
Okay. And what happens is we play a song, and the song plays, and then at a certain point, the song's going to stop, and whoever is playing, we have to keep singing from that point on.
Okay.
And try and get the timing exactly right, because at some point the music will come back in again.
Oh, God.
And we're going to see if we can nail
Nail the timing.
nail the timing.
Oh, this sounds like a lot of fun.
You know, when like you think you know songs really well and you hum along to them and you sing along to them all the time, but if you don't have the backing track, how good are you?
And this is the thing. Like we spend our life listening to music. It's constantly floating around in the background. We're constantly playing songs. I'd like to think that I'd be good at a game like this, but I'm not sure.
Well, because we're usually singing along to something.
Yeah.
Or you're just working on your own timing. But the idea of the music coming back in and seeing how far ahead or behind you are or where you're at, or maybe you nail it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
So I've got an example for you so that you can hear how they do it and so you can sort of see what would take place.
All right, let's take a listen to this.
Oh, God! Here we go. Let's see if Dan can hit the spot.
It's been a while, but I'm finding my faith. If everything's good and it's great, why do I sit and wait till it's gone? Oh, I tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace and I've got love.
Jeez, it goes on for a while, doesn't it?
It's good.
Not thinking I just might lose it all.
Here we go.
Whoa! Please stay. I want to ride to Oregon. I got it.
Oh, my
Nailed
God.
it. Absolutely nailed it.
I got goosebumps just listening to that.
Also, he's a really decent singer.
He does all right.
I'm not anticipating, like you and I can hold an okay note,
Yeah.
but I'm not expecting to pump out a song like that.
Okay. Right.
So when we come back, we're going to find out which one of us is going to go first.
Oh, fantastic.
And then we get the evening to prepare so you can practice the song.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, we're going to hear it back.
Okay.
It's Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins.
On Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins, we're going to fill it. What? Okay, we're going to fill in the... What's going on? We're going to fill in the gap.
We're filling in the gap. Stolen this idea from a New Zealand radio station.
It's choice, bro.
Just because it sounded amazing and I thought, I really want to hear you do it at least.
Oh, I am frothing to hear you have a run at this. I absolutely cannot wait.
We take a popular song and we stop the song at a certain point, and whichever one of us is chosen to sing, we have to then continue singing a cappella without the music backup.
Yep.
and we're going to try and get the timing right. And at one point, the music's just going to come back in, and we're going to hope that we have absolutely filled that gap perfectly and nailed the timing.
Okay, when we left you beforehand, we were like, which one of us is it going to be to kick things off? When we come back and play this for the first time tomorrow on the show, producer Rami.
I had to think long and hard about who should go first, and I thought it's the person that's always singing in the studio non-stop.
I don't know which one of us that is because we both are quiet.
It must be
the
Kymba.
Annoying singing one, Kymba. It's Pete. Pete, it's you.
Now, are you sure you want to go through with this? Because I spent Saturday night yelling at the television and at
your
the Dockers.
voice is
and
rough.
My voice is a bit rough.
Perfect raspiness for this song.
Are you sure?
The one I've got chosen for you. Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Amazing. So apparently we've got some audio in the system there to hear what song has been chosen.
Okay, let's take
just press that
take
and-
a listen. Here it is. Lady Gaga.
You're singing this bit. Ready for it?
This bit here. All right.
No.
Uh-huh.
Don't do it now. Don't do it now.
I'm just trying to get the timing.
No, you got to
I'm
practice.
trying to get the timing.
No, practice at home. Shush. We're going to hear it. Shush. Hey, shush.
I'm regretting my decision already.
Okay, mate, I'm going to spend the rest of the day
It's so high, though, too.
I can hit that. Listen to it. I can hit that.
Okay,
Oh,
you have
wow.
this evening to practice.
Okay.
And then tomorrow morning, you're going to come in and fill the gap. And so that's all you have to do is just nail the song, try really hard,
Yep.
and nail the timing.
Oh, lucky for you. I'm in the right headspace to try my hardest.
Fill that
All
gap.
right. Okay, we'll catch you there.
Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays. You can't miss Pete and Kymba with Ben Cousins. And you can't miss a great winter holiday with What If. With loads of accommodation options plus flights, car hire and things to do. Book your trip on whatif.com or download the What If app today. What if it's Aussie for travel?